Hey guys, welcome back. I just finished Midway Canyon Reservoir, and it's about an hour later. I am at Plum Creek Canyon Reservoir. Here is the parking lot. Looks like two more people are out here boating. The boat ramp was kind of hard to find, but Google Maps found it, and it's windy. This reservoir is 252 acres, so it's not that big. I think this is the smallest one on my list. Here's the boat ramp. My phone says I am in Elwood, Nebraska. Hopefully you guys can hear me through the wind. Check this out. So here's the boat ramp. Then you got a sidewalk here. I'm gonna launch off the sidewalk. This is kind of nice. A little different. I don't think I've ever launched off of a sidewalk. Here's the kayak, all ready to go. Yeah, look how much this thing is underwater. This is really interesting. All these logs right here were washed up right here on the sidewalk, so I moved everything. The water feels somewhat cold. Oh boy. It's windy, you guys. It really is windy, but I'm gonna get in. From the drone footage, looks like when it gets out there, it branches off to the right, and it kind of branches off to the left. I think I'm gonna go to the right. Hopefully that shelters me from the wind. Going this direction on the reservoir, it shoots into the canal that probably goes down to Midway. Oh boy. On the way here, I passed a sign for Gallagher Canyon Reservoir, which is like 5 miles that direction. So they're all kind of connected right here. They're all kind of within about 20-25 minutes from my hotel, which is why I chose Kozad. So after this, I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel, probably get some lunch. Right now it's 11 o'clock, 10:58. I'm gonna head back, get some lunch, and then probably head back out and do Gallagher today. I wanted to get 3 done today, because like I said, the next 2 days it's supposed to be like 101, 102. They even said 103 degrees. That's hot. So anyway, let's set sail here. This wind is gonna be really not fun. Let's go. Turn the hat backwards. I always do that now because I lost a hat on a lake one time. Yeah, if I can get out there and around a corner down a channel, I think it'll block me from this wind. And the clouds are pretty much gone. There's no more threat of wind or rain, so that's a good thing. On Midway, I really thought it was going to rain, and it kind of sprinkled just a little bit. And a quick side note, my GoPro cameras keep on dying on me, even with full battery. I filmed the spillway after Midway Reservoir, and the camera did not want to stay on, so hopefully I caught a little bit of that. That was kind of cool. That spillway, the concrete barrier is really low to the reservoir, so I never would have been able to fit underneath it if I ever wanted to try it, which is no. So that was kind of a cool setup. Hopefully I got that on camera. But like I said, these GoPros, I'm not really happy with them right now. The main camera on the kayak that you see right now is a DJI Action 3 or 4, I think. And this thing, it's been a champ. The camera's been awesome. I've not had one problem with it. So I think in the future, when I get a chance, I am going to use nothing but DJI cameras. I'm really pleased with them. They are the same company that uses my drone. Yeah, very, very disappointing. Before my trips, I always charge all my batteries, make sure everything's ready to go. And the batteries for the GoPros are 100%. And as soon as I get going on these lakes, they die. And I carry like 4 or 5 in my life vest in the pocket, and I keep on having to swap them out. It's super annoying. I'm using the GoPro 10. I think they're up to the number 13 now. So, but still, it shouldn't matter. It's about 80 degrees now. We started off about 60 at Midway. The temperature is climbing today. Alright, so right here it goes either to the left, I believe, or it goes to the right. Which way should we go? Actually, I don't think it goes to the left. I'm a little confused right now. Yeah, these waves aren't too bad. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't go to the left. I thought it did. Okay, so here we go. So I can go either straight or down this cove. Let's go straight. Okay, I got the GoPro recording. Cross your fingers. Pretty back in here. Usually there's some turtles on these submerged stumps and logs, but I don't see any. No turtles today. No soup for you. Boy, these trees right here are just hanging on to that cliff. Wow. Yep. Any minute. Just don't go when I'm underneath it, please. This is kind of interesting. Looks like a little island. Too bad I can't fit in right there. There's that tree kind of blocking the way. Yeah, let's go check this out. Yeah, I can't fit in there. That's too bad. That tree is growing out of the water. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't fit. I don't want to get hung up on something. Let's go around the island. Watch out for this big log right here. I see a bridge down there. Let's go down to the bridge. over this bridge to get to this reservoir. Yeah, this is a very heavily wooded area. It's very pretty. There's some places over here too. Looks like there's a house tucked back in that corner. Deck. Yeah, this is all right. I could do something like this. This is pretty. Looks like it ends right back in there. Yep. Dead end. Looks like this dock has seen better days. Not sure if I would trust that one. Oh, look at that place. Wow. That's nice. There's a lot of money on this lake, or this reservoir. Here's the bridge. I'm not sure what street or highway this is. I'll have to look it up and put it on the screen. All of a sudden the wind is just gone. Looks like there's some places down there too. A little cove. The footings are still there from the old bridge. It's interesting. So they moved it. It says there's a dam right here. I don't see it. Maybe the water's above it. Cool. This is as far as I'm gonna go. Let's turn around. start heading back the other direction. It's time to put the sunglasses on. Boy, it did not take long to get hot out here. It was a chilly morning. Gonna get some sun today. All these little fingers that come off of this reservoir. Everybody has their own little boat ramp and dock. It's very nice. It's a nice place. It's probably expensive to maintain it. Place right here with a little beach. Not much of a beach, but it's a beach. That tree fell down. Another nice little cove back here. Another weird little group of trees right here and bushes. Little island. What is that noise? Sounds like somebody's mowing a lawn. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, there is somebody mowing that lawn, but look at that rock wall. Holy cow. Jeez. That is crazy. Looks like this guy has his own little cove back here. Wow, that is quite the operation there. And I see a turtle. Right here in front of us, there's a big turtle on that stump. I'm not going to bother to get the camcorder out. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's a pretty good sized turtle too. Wow. Yeah, this is quite the place right here. Look at, they built the wall around that tree. Man, that's crazy. Right up to the trunk. This is a really cool place, man. Can you imagine the work I had to do to bring these big slabs? It's like limestone. Wow. Yep, this is quite the place. I wonder what the actual house looks like. But that's something too. Yeah, it has this little cove back here. Looks like this is the dead end down here. Yeah, you can kind of see the house right here. That's cool, man. Got some stairs right here coming down to the water. Jeez. It's quite the landscaping. It goes all the way around this corner. If they mowed this right here. I don't think a side by side would fit right down here, or a zero turn. Probably a push mower. That's crazy. Man, it just ends right here. Alright, well, let's get out of this little cove. Let's get back onto the main reservoir. Start heading back towards the boat ramp. This is a cool place. Again, you know, I've seen pictures of these canyons, and so I kind of knew what these places looked like, but I never would have expected this. This is, wow, this is beautiful. It's stunning. It does not look like I am in Nebraska. It looks like I don't know where it looks like I'm at, but I would never guess Nebraska. This is just beautiful. It's so heavily wooded, and you're kind of in this, well, you're in a canyon. That's what we're at. We're in a canyon. Bugs are starting to come out. Yeah, that place is, wow. That wall. It'd be nice if I could get out. My feet are starting to kind of fall asleep a little bit. But when you get into these canyons, there's not really any place to get out. I kind of want to pull over and swap out the batteries too. I'll find a spot around here somewhere. Wow. Again, I am really surprised by all this. This might have to be my new favorite place in Nebraska. I will always love the sand hills. They will always have my heart, but this is very scenic. Ah, there's the wind. Yes. There's the strong wind blowing at my kayak. Yeah, you're just driving around or driving down I-80, either heading east or west, and you have no idea that these places are 10, maybe 15, 20 miles off the interstate. No idea. Kind of the same as the sand hills. I guess you can kind of see the sand hills from I-80, but you know, getting off the beaten path. That's what I like to do, to show you guys all these quirky, kind of cool places in Nebraska. Everybody thinks we're this boring, flat state, but wow, I never would have guessed this. I guess if I were to compare this to something that I know exists. Oh, there's a turtle. I would probably compare this to one of those lakes that I've been to in Iowa. Ooh. Just scraped the top of it. That was a log. Wow. But yeah, this reminds me of one of those heavily wooded eastern Iowa lakes. I am getting hungry. It's almost noon. It's almost 12 o'clock and we got in at 11. So, yep. An hour is my limit. when my feet and my legs start to kind of fall asleep. Ooh, and I think I can see the boat ramp way off in the distance. Okay. All right, good. Of course, now it's not windy, so I have to paddle. Coming this direction, I had to fight against it, and now it's not even there. Well, I guess it's a little bit there. This is really, really relaxing. I'm just floating along here. The wind has picked up again and it's just carrying me right towards the boat ramp. Oh, yes. I think I need to move the paddles because my legs are too this direction, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm relaxed. I'm tired. You know, when I do these trips, it's not really a vacation. And I need to make it a vacation because I'm always trying to get these lakes done, you know? And then you got all these cameras, and you got to make sure the cameras are on, and make sure I'm filming. Make sure I don't say anything stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that do YouTube for a living, man, I don't know how they do it. It's a lot of work. I mean, if they do it well, then they get paid. I'm never going to get paid to do this. I think I'm sitting at 407 subscribers, so thanks guys. Never would have guessed that. Never, ever. I never did this to get subs. I just wanted to share what Nebraska lakes look like in Nebraska, you know? Just wanted to share my adventures with you. I never thought this would be anything big or a money maker. Never thought I could retire early. Well, it's true. I still have to work. But wow, this is beautiful. And I believe this is lake number 26 on the list. So if you're just joining us, I am trying to kayak every lake in Nebraska. I've been doing that for like the last maybe 7-8 years. And coming into this season, I started with 35 left to do, and I'm down to 26 now. So we're counting down. And the number on the other end, the top end, I had it written down. I know I should know this. I think it's 164, I want to say, that I've kayaked. There's 3 on the list that I tried to do, but I couldn't. Tanglewood in southeast Nebraska, I filmed it. I walked down to the lake. It was very brushy, very heavily wooded. There was no boat ramp. If I really, really tried, I probably could have squeezed a kayak between a bunch of trees, but I wasn't going to do it. And then there was one in South Sioux City called Crystal Cove Lake, I want to say. It's too low. no water. I don't know if that lake will ever get filled again. If you're watching this video and you live in South Sioux City and you drive by Crystal Cove Lake every day, hit me up in the comments and tell me if it's full of water. If it is, I'll go out there and do it. Same with Tanglewood. If you live close to Tanglewood, well, that lake is like in the middle of nowhere. But you never know. If you live close to Tanglewood and Nebraska Game and Parks built a boat ramp or somebody cleaned it up, let me know. And then there's another lake. Oh, the bugs are getting bad. There's another one that's always too green. I forget what that's called. That's kind of out in the middle of the state. It's always full of green mossy stuff and you can't get on it. So, whatever. So yeah, I think there's 3 that I could not do. If I can do it, I'll go back and do it. So, yeah, that's the goal of this channel, is to kayak every lake in Nebraska that has a boat ramp, or you can get on it. You can easily get on it. There's been a handful of lakes that I've done where you just ease the kayak into the water off of like a dirt mound, you know? So not every lake is gonna have a dedicated boat ramp, but I'm not gonna wade through lily pads or hop a fence. You know, I'm not going into private property to kayak these lakes. So I'm doing public lakes. Boy, this is a long row here to the boat ramp. So yeah, I just thought I'd do this 8 years ago. Thought I'd take a camera with me and start filming it. I honestly don't think anybody else has ever done it. If they have, I don't think they've documented it, like YouTube, or filmed it. So maybe I'm the first and only person to ever do this. I have no idea. If I am, then that's cool. Wow, there's like no wind out here. This is really weird. It's just like, it's gone. And if you guys know of any lakes that I haven't done, well, I shouldn't say that because there's still 25 more lakes to do on the list, and you guys will probably name them. But let's just say northeast Nebraska or southeast Nebraska. How about that? If you guys know of a lake that's public and has a boat ramp, let me know. Hey, there's one of the boats right there. I can hear one behind me. Anyway, you guys, this is lake number 26, Plum Creek Canyon Reservoir in Elwood, Nebraska. Absolutely beautiful. Love this place. This was really cool. So I'm gonna head back to the hotel, get some lunch, maybe do one more today. It's 12:10. So thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Still see your friends from time to time. They say you are doing fine. I smile and hold my breath and count to 10. Wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same. But I was sleeping with the light on dim. the hall light on, in case you come back home.
Pull right up to the sidewalk. Maybe this is meant for a kayak.